Mr. Weisman, were you offended at the graduation ceremony when you heard a prayer delivered? Is that why you filed the case?
It wasn't an issue of being offended. It was an issue of being accosted by a very polemic kind of prayer that was an assault on my identity as a Jew. And I would have responded if a Jewish prayer had been given that was as offensive to somebody else. I would have responded the same way. I felt that the prayer in 1986 that prompted all this was out of line with the prevalent practices of this country. So it wasn't a question of being offended. Offended trivializes what the issue was about. It was a question really of having been accosted by a state-sponsored event. Well, I'm raised as a Jew, and part of my identity as a Jew is that I do not participate. It's prohibited to participate in a ritual of another religion. And I was forced, with no preparation, at a public event to participate in a ritual of another religion. And there was no way out. There I was, and it happened. There are some activities in life you go along with because it's part of being a citizen of a pluralist society. When a participant in any aspect of our life crosses a line of what's appropriate, sometimes you have to make a stand, and that's what happened in this case.
Bother you as well as bother your father?
Yes, I felt offended from the beginning. At my sister's graduation, I felt offended when they told me that my sisters, while the other students, made it this far because of Jesus Christ. Because I thought they made it this far because of the work they did. I just felt offended that a religious official was at a public ceremony.
How do you feel if the justices ruled that this prayer was okay?
Well, I guess I'll have to continue being offended in a classroom or in
At a ceremony.
I think they're both wrong. I think a major difference is at a ceremony, there's more attention drawn to you if you get up and walk out and you're offended. I think in a classroom, it's not as big of an event, but I don't think it's right there either. The harm, as we've been saying, is that they said Jesus Christ. They said Jesus Christ was what brought them this far. And as Jews, we don't believe in Jesus Christ. And it's a public graduation. That there are private schools, there are churches, there are temples for religious functions. This was not a religious function. It shouldn't have been there.
One more question, Mr. Weisman. This case involved an occasion where a rabbi was giving the prayer, and yet you filed this case even though you weren't forced to participate in another religion's ceremony.
I filed the complaint on the basis of the prayer in 1986, where I was forced to participate in another religion's ritual. The response on the part of the school, and they told us that, was that they deliberately recruited a rabbi so that I wouldn't be put upon in 1989. I then got cast in the role of oppressing other minorities and even oppressing the majority population. And if it's inappropriate for me to be on the receiving end, I felt it was inappropriate for me to be on the delivering end of the process. I felt the process was inappropriate and divisive, unnecessary, and the school ought to be in the business of education.